welcome back everyone. It's New Mutator joined by Switch, bringing you game 2 of the loser bracket match between Vaalbara and the Syndicate in the Winter Series 2016. So there's only 3 teams left at this point. These are 2. Then waiting for the loser of this match is the Myth Pagans, who eliminated the Dapper Dan squad, for whom I played, and Switch was the captain. And Switch is joining me, by the way. I don't know if I said that, but how's it going? I assume you're still there, Switch?
Oh yeah, I'm just checking out GKG's trade on Hilvergrimir here. I gotta say, Hilvergrimir is one of my favorite maps, so I'm really excited to see how they play this out.
This is a great third-party map. I have to say the detailed textures I have on this are quite nice as well. Assassin is kind of a big deal. The fetch here are the assassin targets. So this should be fun. I'm kind of looking forward to this. But like I was saying, Myth Pagans are going to play the loser of this match, and the winner of that match will play the winner of this match in the grand finals of the not the Myth World Cup, but the Winter Series.
The old off season.
Myth World Cup is going to be here, I assume, in the summertime, so we'll see what happens with that. But for now, we have the Winners Series. Once again, GKG is going to be leading Vaalbara, and actually they have I think a couple of their observers left. I don't know. They only have...
Yeah, it looks like Gabba took off.
Gavin, I don't know who else. Viper Power.
Viper Power, yeah.
But they only have 6 players at this moment in time. And HMP, I'm not sure if he's joined their team for good or if he's just a substitute in this case. I guess we'll have to find out. But he's going to be joining Vaalbara along with Kron, Kruniak, Limp, and Osmodian. So pretty good players, I have to say, altogether. Kind of a stacked team, but they are missing 1 or 2. Paris is going to be
no Eastwind.
Yeah. If Eastwind were here, I think this would be a different story. But Paris is going to be captaining across the map for the blue team, the Syndicate. Demolition Rar, Argos, Evil Jake, Akira, Kryptos is observing, and Adrenaline. So, yeah, pretty good team there. I was actually impressed with, and Argos I think might be observing as well. I was impressed with Evil Jake and Akira and Demolition actually in the previous game, which the Syndicate actually took. So they're looking to replicate that win here in Game 2. And this is interesting. I think they're splitting up the fetch 2 ways. Akira with 2 and Rar with 3. I wasn't able to get a good look at their trades, but it looks like Rar leaving a few units behind for some reason. I'm not sure.
Vaalbara, you've got Limp and Asmodian taking the fetch, the assassin units. Really interesting trade. Heavy melee, only Mortar Dwarfs, no Warlocks, no Solus.
Oh, I see. I think what they're thinking is that they're gonna block Warlock shots with the fetch. So they're thinking.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that what they're thinking is Warlocks are useless on a map with fetch.
You know, I'm inclined to agree on that one.
And actually, a couple of whites here for Syndicate. We'll see if they come into play at all. No whites, it looks like, for Vaalbara.
Yeah, Paris planning something sneaky, no doubt.
Yeah, whites can submerge themselves in the deep water. So let's see if he's planning any kind of tricky stuff this game. Looks like Demolition's going to be on Assassin Patrol. He's trying to find something, but he's just going to run into GKG, who's kind of doing the same thing, but with more units.
Yeah, it's going to give Demolition, he's got the chance to get across here, though, get behind Vaalbara. But it looks like he's going to try to focus on blocking GKG.
Yeah, I think he's gonna come. He's gonna try to be some kind of buffer for us here. And actually, Evil Jake is dispatched to help him out.
Yeah. Meanwhile, it's Adrenaline and Kruniak are just facing off in the mid.
Yeah, just
Interesting
could be
handing
some
over
kind of
the.
stalemate.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of a stalemate here.
Although GKG was able to take out one of those berserks, and now he's triangulating on Evil Jake. He might. Oh, I think he's gonna trap Evil Jake here. I don't think Evil Jake's gonna be able to get
Ooh.
away. Wow.
He's got to run.
Yeah, he's gonna get at least one. No, I don't know if he's gonna cap, but if he shadows, I think they're gonna be able to trap Evil Jake. He's all by himself. He's saying pinch this. He's talking to HMP. HMP's going around the house. Ooh, some jukes here. Oh, but HMP coming up with the mortar dwarves.
Oh, this is looking bad for Evil Jake.
It's looking really bad for him. And actually, for some reason, Demo followed him here. This is terrible for the Syndicate. They're going to try to make something happen here, but they're just in. This is just terrible. This is a terrible engagement. GKG is going to back off and give HMP the shot, although now it looks like Evil Jake and Demolition. Oh, nope, that's a dud. They're just going to lose
Oh, are they
unit
gonna get out of
by
this?
unit. They're going to escape with a number of casualties. So 1, 2, I'm counting 3 or 4 casualties here at the very least. And actually,
So
Evil
not, yeah,
Jake
not
is
great,
here
but
with a Warlock, but it's only going to hit 1 unit. So they are able to get on the board, I guess, in terms of kills. They're down 3%. And some taunting there from Demolition. Actually, was that another kill? Yeah. Now they're down only 2%.
yeah, that could have been a lot worse. I mean, Demolition and Evil Jake are lucky they got out of that.
To be honest, I thought they were not going to get out of that. I thought HMP had them. But for some reason, HMP just didn't have a shot. I think GKG didn't want to retreat and give him the open shot.
He's still chasing him though. I mean, look at this, relentless.
Yeah, GKG, very aggressive. Coming in. He might try to do this. It's going to
get that Warlock. Oh,
I thought it was going to
no.
be a Ring of Fire, but it wasn't. He is going to lose the Warlock in exchange for... Wow, pretty good exchange. 2 Berserks and a Mercuridia. So, actually, that was fair exchange for the Syndicate. I hear some fetch.
Vaalbara's got to get out of here though. I mean, Adrenaline's coming now.
Oh, I see.
He's got their attention.
Limp spotting the whites. He knows that there's some whites underwater there. Adrenaline.
Yeah, I saw.
Adrenaline's now joining the party, and Kruniak has as well. Adrenaline smells blood. He wants to get involved here. He wants to pad those ratios. He gets 1 kill, and they're going to back up.
Yeah, I think they've kind of been able to retain their equilibrium there.
Yeah, they bounce back. They're only down 1%.
I saw in the mid Argos with the Mortar Dwarf was putting shots in the water, so he thinks that Vaalbara might have a white, but we know they don't. So
yeah, we know that Vaalbara does not have any whites. Meanwhile, Akira does have a small force south. He's looking for those fetch, trying to identify their location. They are just mid though, and he does get scouted.
yeah, Limp spotted him pretty quick.
But Demolition actually snuck through a Berserk into the backfield. He is going to come up on the fetch's position momentarily.
Oh yeah, great scouting work. Now he's got their whole position scouted now with 1 Berserk.
Yep. And this gives some much needed intelligence for the Syndicate. Actually, Osmodian could send a unit into the backfield for Vaalbara, but it looks like they're not going to do so. Looks like he's going to try to join Limp here in repelling Paris. I think Paris is just going to back off. He's just
Yeah,
going to
he's not going to engage there. Meanwhile, he's got his white coming through, popping out of the water. So I assume Asmodean's seen
Oh,
this.
yeah. He showed his hand. So I think there is a white here. I don't know if you see this, but they were able to successfully sink a white into the deep water mid.
Oh yeah, yeah, I see that.
I'm not sure if Vaalbara knows it's there or not.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in the north,
It's very
still a bit of a
risky.
standoff.
Yeah, not much happening. Just a minimum of damage. It looks like Adrenaline did take some fire from, I'm gonna say, HMP, and Kuniak's Tro are still pristine, no damage whatsoever.
That's what you'd expect.
Did
The old Kruniak maneuver.
was Demolition taken out? No, he's still running around.
Looks like the south has been reinforced. GKG's coming back to help out Limp. So
Syndicate
Paris has got to get out of there.
Syndicate actually believes Vaalbara has whites hidden. They don't realize that there are no whites, so that explains their trepidation when it comes to crossing this river.
Yeah, they've been tossing mortar shells in there for quite a while now.
Let's look at time. It's about 5 minutes remaining. Score's even.
Yeah, I
Ooh,
wonder if they'll end up tying this one.
it's very possible. Kron's sinking mortar shells into the water. He has not found Evil Jake. Evil Jake has some damage on his on that white, but so they know he's there. They just don't know where.
5 minutes remaining.
So yeah, Paris is telling North to pull back. I wonder why he's doing that, because it's going to open it up for HMP and Kruniak.
Did a white go off south? Because it looks like GKG's units here. A lot of them have some health taken off, but
Yeah, that white seems to be gone, so he might have popped it.
uh-oh, it looks like Paris is going to engage. Oh, and he does found some nice micromanagement. Takes out all but one of GKG's melee force. That's on that side of the river. He's going to try shadowing GKG, who's trying to scout Syndicate's position. He's going to run into a melee force there. I'm not sure if he's seen any of these assassin targets or not.
I think, was that Evil Jake's white that just popped? He took out some of Limp's, or he damaged some of Limp's
Oh, I see.
berserkers.
Yeah, that's very possible because, well, no, Evil Jake still has a white, so
Meanwhile, Adrenaline and Kruniak are duking it out in the north. Adrenaline's going to get out of there. He's taking some hits.
oh yeah. Oh
Kruniak also
wow.
damaged, though.
True, true. But Adrenaline definitely a little bit more damaged. Ouch, taking some more friendly fire from Akira.
Adrenaline, very nice mortar shot there.
Yeah, that's great. That actually evens things out a little bit. Taking out two of those Mercuridia.
See if Akira can do what he has to do with these Solas. Keep Kruniak at bay.
Really
Meanwhile,
no action mid.
Demolition and GKG are just dancing with each other behind
Oh yeah.
Syndicate lines.
And I'm gonna have to give Demo the edge here. GKG, over time, he's lost a number of his melee units. He just doesn't have very much. Limp, though,
If he
is
can
looking
link,
yeah.
yeah, if he can link up with Kruniak somehow, but I just don't know if they
Kruniak
can
or
do it.
Limp or both. That's what they're gonna need, but I'm just not sure if even that's enough. HMP is here as well. He's crossed the river. So they might actually be able to do because they are slowly surrounding the Syndicate position.
GKG calling for the rush. That's it.
Yeah, they have both. They have every single side surrounded. Limp is slow to the party, however, but once he arrives, it's gonna be kind of hard for Syndicate to hold here.
I gotta say, Adrenaline just tossed away a trial there. He's gonna clean up HMP's mortar dwarfs.
Oh yeah, that would be great for Adrenaline, although he loses one of his tro. And actually, some of these assassin targets are in danger of being taken out. But Kruniak does lose. Oh, there's one.
As limp.
So yeah, Vaalbara has one assassin target on the board now.
1 minute left. I mean, this 1 minute 15 seconds ago, that could have been the
But
play of the game.
I have to say, Syndicate is looking pretty good. They've been able to take out a lot of that force, minimizing their casualties. They're looking quite good. The only thing is that Adrenaline is still alive. If he can hold on to this tro, he might be able to run down those. Ooh, dud there. He might be able to run down those. Well, it's gonna be hard. He might be able to.
They've got a counter rush and they got to do it fast.
They do have to do it fast. I don't think they have a lot of time. I think one assassin target might win this game here.
Yeah, GKG's saying that he's just gonna run, saying this was the perfect play. I gotta say, Limp. I mean, like in that little melee fight, very well done.
And where's Demo? Demo had one berserk hanging around in the backfield, but it's no longer there. 30 seconds remain.
But I mean, it wasn't like one berserk was gonna be able to take out 5 fetch. So
the problem here is Adrenaline is probably going to go. Well, let's see if he goes straight. Nope, he's going to turn and. Nope. Okay. Well, he's not. There's not enough time. He's not going to be able to catch these. Yeah, even though the Syndicate actually did a fantastic job repelling that.
Game over.
They actually lost this game because Vaalbara was able to take out one of those assassin targets in that desperation rush.
that's all it takes. One target wins the game. I mean, look at that. And with like 68% to 23%.
I got to give credit to where it's due. I mean, Vaalbara did an excellent job positioning around the Syndicate there. And basically, you know, if they all kind of push at the same time, one of those assassin targets bound to be exposed, and all they needed was one, and then they just run in the opposite direction with their assassin targets and hope for the best, and that's what ended up winning them this game, putting that distance between the action and their assassin targets, so that there couldn't be any retribution should they fail.
That was like a classic surround strategy. And Vaalbara executed it perfectly, and then was able to get their assassin targets far enough away to minimize any potential risk right at the end.
Even though they lost, you know, in terms of BC, you know, body count, statistics, and everything, it looks like they fared far worse than the Syndicate. All they needed was one assassin target. So once they got that, they were pretty much all good.
The BC fight, Syndicate dominated. I mean, look at the damage and, you know, I mean, no question there. But in this case, you've got, you know, GKG was playing for the game type.
Yep.
They knew they were going to take losses in those rushes, but it was worth it.
Actually, Evil Jake, 50 damage. Evil Jake doing pretty good. Again, that's two games in a row where he fares pretty well.
Yeah, that was all melee, right?
I want to say yes. I'm not certain though, but I want to say that is the case.
Well, he had that one white.
Despite, oh yeah, that's true, and he did have he did kind of get into a spot earlier on, but he managed to escape from that. So and hang on. I think that helped out his team. I think they could have lost by a lot more were he not present in that rush. Also, too, Adrenaline, high ratios, 14 kills, 3 losses. And RAR actually 11 kills, 1 loss, but 85 damage for Adrenaline on those tro.
Yeah, RAR was holding some of the fetch. So he was, I mean, and I think he lost, his fetch was the one that got hit by Limp, I believe.
I see. So his was the fetch that got knocked out.
Yeah, the one loss there.
Oh, so... so I guess stats are misleading. Rard lost Syndicate the game.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
If you
1
want to
minute.
look at it that way. Um, let's look at the stats here for Vaalbara really quick. Limp again, kind of a disappointing performance. 1 kill, 12 losses. But I guess at the same time, was it him who struck the fatal blow on that fetch?
That was it. That 1 kill
All
was the
right.
game
Well,
winner.
redemption, redemption. All right,
Yeah, unreal.
well, there's not much else to see here. It's kind of amazing, but Vaalbara were able to bounce back, tie it up, and it's one game apiece. And I do want to say um, that we don't have the film for Game 3. So really quick, well, actually, we'll just lead off with it in Game 4. So we'll see you in Game 4.
Wait, do we have game 3?
No, I don't think so.